One of the issues that you do see in cities are this thing called food deserts, where in some areas there are people that live in spaces where there are little to no food assets, or at least little to no food assets with high nutritional value. So perhaps maybe their nearby grocery store is a corner store, and that's kind of primarily where they get their food. This is why you want to map out food assets, to figure out where people have a lot of access to it, where there may be a little less equal access, so to speak. I'm Robert Newell. I'm the Canada Research Chair in Climate Change, Biodiversity and Sustainability at Royal Roads University, but I'm also a Research Associate at the Food and Agriculture Institute at the University of the Fraser Valley. I was previously an Associate Director at the Food and Agriculture Institute. The Abbotsford Food Asset Map is what it sort of sounds like. It's a way of being able to find locations of different types of food assets that you would see in the community of Abbotsford. This was a project that was really born out of a community collective. So in this particular project, there was the University of the Fraser Valley, the Food and Agriculture Institute. We collaborated with Archway, collaborated with the Fraser Health Authority, and also with a local tech and technology company, iOpen Technologies. So in order to create an Abbotsford food asset map, the first thing you need is a food asset framework. The idea of figuring out what is a food asset, initially this kind of seems fairly intuitive until you start teasing it apart a little bit. It's not just grocery stores, it's things like grocery stores, it's food programs, different types of stores too. Some of them might be limited in nutrition, others might also be full grocery stores. You might find some food assets that are more farm directly to consumer type things. So as a group, we had these discussions, these meetings, we collaborated to come up with the food asset framework and to figure out what should be implemented into the map. What sort of things are we considering food assets, and how should we map them out? Part of the reason why we did this was to respond to different needs and ideas that Archway had around how do we understand the food environment that people of Abbotsford live in, and by hopefully understanding the food environment and where areas might be a little deficient in food assets, we can direct programming and also hopefully help us with planning to become a city with more equitable food systems or equitable distribution and access to different food assets. So in that way, the food asset map is supposed to be a tool for contributing to food justice and food justice programming.